What is the difference between affect and effect? The simple answer is affect is a verb and effect is a noun. That's how I remember it. The definitions are pretty similar. It's just how you use them in a sentence that matters. That's why I always say, remember, affect is the verb, effect is the noun. That'll help you out a lot when putting them together in sentences. Alright, so the definition of effect is like the consequence of something that happened, like the consequence of an action or circumstance. That's the effect. Affect is when something has an effect on something else. You're describing, what's being effected in real time. Let's say, it's a verb. For an example, the sun affected my eyes. Affected, A. That sentence it's describing how the noun, which is the sun, had an impact on my eyes. Affected, because it's used as a verb. The sun affected. So sun noun, affected verb. So you use A, affected. But if you were going to use effected, you would say something like, the effects of the sun were serious. Now, in that sentence, effects is not a verb. It's used as a noun. The effects of the sun. You're describing effects. Effects is the thing. Person, place, or thing is noun. Effects of the sun were serious. So, it's a noun. It means you use the E, not the A. Now, if you wanted to switch that sentence and make it affect, you would do, let's say, the sunlight is affecting my eyes. So, since it got turned into a verb, the sunlight is affecting, that becomes affected, A. Not effected, affected. Anytime you have a verb, it's affected. Alright, I hope that made sense. It's kind of a tongue twister trying to describe it, because they're both really the same kind of definition, but it's just how you use them in a sentence. Because the definition of affect actually involves the word effect, because it means something has an effect on something else. That's the affected definition. So that's where it gets confusing. Just remember affected verb, effected noun. If you do that, you should be alright in using them correctly. If you're still having trouble, just use Microsoft Word. They'll correct you on that. If you do a spell check and grammar check. Also, Grammarly is a plugin for Microsoft Word. That can help you too to catch this kind of stuff. But it's not too hard. You need to practice at it. Just type a bunch of sentences with affect and effect and watch it correct you. And once you see it corrected enough times in Microsoft Word, you'll start to pick up on how to use it correctly in a sentence. So that's it. Subscribe. What are you doing?